I haven't seen it yet, but I've obviously heard the news, and it's not good news. I'm not going to freak out, though, I don't think. So, Roadmap Roundup. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Yes, it's a very happy Wednesday. We are so happy this Wednesday for the news coming out of Roadmap Roundup. Just a note, guys, for me, very excited to learn how to fly in master modes with all the ships, right? Give feedback on the ships I like to fly the most. Things like the Vulture, Reclaimer, Prospector, things like that. The reputation stuff I think is super, super important. I don't think it's going to be majorly impactful in 323. Then what else? The interaction stuff is all incredible. So when they say that this is the biggest patch they've ever made, they're not lying, okay? This is the biggest patch in terms of just sheer number of features, the way a lot of things have changed. But right now, given the news we're about to see right here, this is release view. We've concluded that the quality of cargo features that we're targeting the launch of Alpha 323 are not yet at the stage where we need them to be for a release to the live servers. Well, guess what? The quality of the content that is currently in 323 is so bad. How bad? Well, maybe not this patch. I've heard it's quite good, but has been so bad that, like, I honestly think that there is absolutely no reason to hide an Evo patch ever again if they were comfortable showing this garbage that people have experienced over the last little bit. So how bad is this? Number one. But number two, from a communication standpoint or from a being open standpoint, that's great. This is what you want to hear from them, right? These, out of everything that's coming into the patch, in my opinion, are the most game-changing, right? Item banks is a small small feature. It's not a game-changing one. But personal and instance hangers absolutely is. Actually having cargo hauling missions absolutely is a game-changer. And freight elevators are a massive game-changer from every sense of the word, with cargo timers and so on. Everything around this system changes the one of, if not the most crucial system in the game entirely, right? So if there's edge cases and if there's problems and if it's not to the quality of even a CIG standard, you do not want this to be put in the game. As bad as I want to play it in whatever state it's in, this is the kind of communication that I want to hear, and it's the kind of thing that I'm not punching my desk, I'm not jumping around yelling and screaming. It sounds like it's going to be a 3.1. I got a funny feeling we're going to get a 3.0. 3.1 is going to be the ship sale, and then we'll probably get the cargo thing, because who knows how unstable stuff will be. Maybe they don't want to ruin it or whatever. But yeah, freight elevators and instant hangers are particularly technologically complex features that will require a bit more work before we feel comfortable fully integrating them into the game. I think that's also telling that, like, we didn't get it done. Not necessarily it's not to the quality. Like, some things might not be to the quality, but it sounds like the big piece of the puzzle you didn't get working. Right? We have, and one of the biggest tells here was that in all of the content that they were willing to show us, we never saw what an instance hanger truly looks like. Right? We never saw what it looked like to see somebody open an instance hanger from the exterior of a station or a planet or a moon. We never saw what it looks like from the other side either. Right? We never saw what it looks like. This additional time allows the team to test for additional edge cases, which is great. I'm assuming pad ramming and all sorts of things are going to be a part of that, and include further refinements, which is especially important for features as impactful as these. However, we are not currently planning on shifting them back a full patch cycle. They did say currently. The features below will remain in the 323 column on release view, but are now targeted for a 323.x release. So for me, 323.0 is, as far as the PU is concerned, largely dead to me. And I don't mean that in like a super negative way or anything. It's I'm going to play Manor Lords. I'm going to play other games. I'm going to hang out with my Twitch chat and just talk with them when I'm streaming. I'm probably not going to be jumping into 323 in the PU as much as I was expecting to, because what I was expecting to do the most is this, right? What I will probably do is kind of learn master modes a little bit more, maybe do a little bit more PvP style things. And then, yeah, obviously, Gun Rush, the engineering mode, I got my concerns about as well. So far, it's not really delivering on a fun experience yet, and we haven't seen them do too many updates to it just yet. I don't know if there are any more planned. That was something I was hoping to, hey, if like I was kind of banking on if 323 did not have this kind of content in it, I was definitely planning on doing a lot more of like, hey, let's do the engineering stuff in Arena Commander, but it's not looking like that's going to be an option either. So I'll probably just be playing other games and occasionally playing Gun Rush / Gravlev. DJ says a decent update in the next build. Okay, well, we'll be looking out for it. I'm really excited for that, I guess, feature or that experimental mode, because I think it's another like glimpse at the future of the game. So pretty excited for that. And then, unless he's talking about Gun Rush, I hope he's talking about the engineering one. But they then go on to, this one's interesting. They go on to add these cards to the roadmap. Some people in Discord were confused, so let me kind of make it clear. These were not cards that were on the roadmap at all, even though Vulcan was kind of part of the conversation of the patch quite a bit during the entire cycle, and water simulation was a part of like the patch notes every patch for the entire 323 cycle up to this point. So they're on the roadmap but not committed yet. So that has to be very clear, is that the water simulation is not committed. Vulcan is definitely not committed. I think we saw some words from Ali Brown yesterday that basically said, we're just trying to get it up to the like on par with DirectX 11. I think Master Modes is committed. But we'll go down the list of what is committed. Moby Glass rework, FPS loot screen, FPS map system, visor lens rework, player interaction experience, EVA tier 2, and star map rework. All of these things are committed for a reason. They're great. Everything here I've experienced outside of the player interaction experience, which unfortunately isn't really on the people who did the UI stuff. These have been all an excellent experience. And I super happy to see them in the game. EVA especially, right? Oh, there's Master Modes, yeah. Star Map rework, we already said. Master Modes is next. And then all the stuff around creatures is committed, which is, I don't know. I think it's like a little extra added to the patch, which is kind of cool, but currently not really delivering on any sort of experience for me personally. I think everybody knows what I want out of them, which is there's that mission to collect those horns, but we don't really turn them into anything, and that's what I'm looking for. So, and then obviously you have the Arena Commander experimental mode. It being committed in the state that it's in currently is concerning, but obviously DJ just said that they're going to be doing a little update, maybe not a little update, kind of large update for it. Grav Royale, don't know how this is fucking committed. I think there's been so many issues every time I've logged into it, and people so far, I don't know if they're enjoying it or not. DJ definitely has the stats there, and then custom lobbies is great, and a new map, Miner's Lament. So, yeah, that was the moment we've all been waiting for, and there was a lot of people in all of social media that have been defending the fact that this could still make it in. I think it was very obvious that it wasn't, and I also kept out hope because I wanted it to be. And I think that's what everybody was doing. I don't think that they were simping. I think that they really just wanted it to be. And it didn't become, but that's okay. Because again, I think we need it to be really, really good. These are one of those features that is kind of like, remember when looting came in? But it was really, really scuffed, but you got a good sense of where the game was going and the direction the game was going in, that is kind of what this needs to be, but better, because we're further along. It's not 315 anymore. The expectation of something being somewhat playable is a thing now. And yeah, I mean, surprise, surprise, the only gameplay in the patch has gotten delayed. But in general, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. And I have to be okay with this, because what other choice do we have? We're literally handcuffed, and you can't. What are you going to do? Get mad? What's that going to do? It's not going to do anything. Am I upset? I'm super upset. This is all I want to do in this game. This is all I want to do. Is this and crafting, and I guess base building. It's all I want to do. So the thing I wanted to sink my teeth in was the thing I think I was going to be doing for the rest of my life, or the game's life. You know, I don't necessarily want to move boxes. I will, but this piece is a huge piece of the puzzle of gameplay that I enjoy. We moved tons of boxes in the previous game, in previous iterations and stuff. So yeah, I'm so excited for this, and I'm willing to wait to get it in a place that is playable. Not that much longer, because I'm tired of being kind of jerked around with my emotions of things. But in general, you want this to be good. It's too monumental of a piece. It has to be in a good place. It has to be. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say other than I'm incredibly disappointed and incredibly sad. And if what they're saying is true here, but also contradicting themselves here, I don't really know what to believe. Is it just edge cases? Is it just a little bit of polish? Or is it, bro, it's so technologically complex that we can't deliver it right now? Given that they're trying to just get into 3.x, it just comes down to how cynical you want to be. Do you really think that they're saying it's coming into 3.x to keep you on the hook so you buy more spaceships? I'm not that cynical. I think it's just trying to get it right. And I am a little sad that we never saw them in the game. Cynical does not equal realistic. Some people are cynical no matter what and can't possibly see that there's an ounce of good intentions here. Right? And so I think cynical is not realistic. Right? So I think that there's probably a little more than an ounce of good that's being done here, with a bit of bad, like everybody in the world. Right? How long until the .x patch drops? We don't know. So what we do know is, from the history of things, the .x patch will drop a day or two before Invictus launches. But that'll be the .1 patch. Does the .1 patch have this in it? We don't know. And that's where I'll leave it for Roadmap Roundup. Yeah, just a really sad day for me. But, bro, I've been waiting for 10 years. I can wait another month. Like, I'm not going to freak out. But it better be polished when it comes in. That's all I'm saying. It better be polished. The edge cases better be cleaned up. And it better be in a better state than everything that has come into the patch so far. So that's my feelings on it. And we'll see. I literally think this got delayed because Invictus launch week is coming, and they needed to code lock the patch, I guess. And these guys didn't have enough time to get their stuff done. Right? Because it's so technologically complex, as they said. So it is what it is. If you're a Star Citizen backer and you're going to lose your mind over the same thing over and over and over again, of like the ship sale ruining the game, I get it, because I am literally losing it at the moment. But at the same time, I think we knew it was coming, so I at least had plenty of time to prepare.